Hey guys, what's going on? It's the Block Bull right about now, bringing the latest episode to the channel. Now, today, obviously, we're experiencing some fantastic news, especially what's going on with the Ethereum ETF. Obviously, we've got the Ripple lawsuit as well. Obviously, that's ongoing with the SEC. But first and foremost, let's go over to CoinMarketCap and see what sort of gains we're having this week. So, just filtering here by the top 100 tokens. So obviously you've got some of these built on Ethereum doing extremely well in the past 24 hours. Got Pepe as well also up there. Ethereum up almost 22% in the day. So absolutely killing it at the moment. Let's go over to the watch list, see what's cracking over there. Again, got Bitcoin there up 6-7% for the day. It's nearly 16% on the week. So look at this, let's just filter by the week, see what's going on. A big shout out to Constellation DAG as well. I've been advocating Constellation as well as I've rotated out of some of my positions, for example VELO. So let's just have a look. That was a successful trade then, because obviously VELO's down 8% on the week, and then Constellation DAG's up nearly 23%. So what's that? Is that like 30% swing, the differential between those two cryptos? So that's a fantastic move. I also put some into Casper. Casper's in a really good position at the moment, and we'll take a look at the charts shortly. So first and foremost, we've got Standard Chartered expects ETH ETF approval this week, reiterates year-end target of $8,000. So I don't know if $8,000 is conservative, because I believe Ethereum will have no problem getting up to minimum $15,000. Whether that's attainable by the end of the year, I'm really not certain. But if ETH takes off before the alt season, because usually it runs path to the alt season, which this chart obviously demonstrates. So obviously phase one, you've got Bitcoin. So we've seen Bitcoin now take out all-time highs, set new all-time highs. Obviously Bitcoin at the moment is rallying to challenge all-time highs once more. Obviously then we're filtering through, and the money is now in phase two, as you can see, with Ethereum up 23% at the moment. Obviously large caps, that's what a lot of my portfolio anyway, and a lot of crypto Twitter, I've got a lot of large caps and obviously some smaller alts. I don't know if people, obviously if you've got tons of money, you want safe havens like your Bitcoin and Ethereum, but if you are chasing the gains and the returning investments, you are better off looking at these large caps and ultimately the smaller caps with the alt season. So this is where we're going now, this is where we're heading. So it's great to see that the crypto market is playing out as expected here, according to this sort of flow chart here. So this is what's happening at the moment. So these guys have tweeted it. Obviously Ethereum was backed, they had a 25% chance. This is a Bloomberg analyst, by the way, these two guys that I mentioned in these tweets. So Ethereum spot has been increased from 25% chance of approval up to 75% chance. So this is a reason why Ethereum's been taking off in the last day or two. Okay, but let's just get back to XRP as well. Obviously XRP is big in the game. One of the top 10 cryptos. Obviously, a lot of people are backing Ripple XRP to get this lawsuit done and dusted, and then obviously XRP can ultimately take #1 spot. That's what everybody's eyeing anyway from the XRP army. So obviously James Phelan's come out with this news here. So obviously all this documentation has all been filed now. So we're just waiting for further developments. Obviously it's ongoing, but we'll take a look at the charts, see what the charts are saying. So first and foremost, we have Ethereum. Now, previously I've marked out here on the weekly chart this green horizontal line. That's a weekly high there. Obviously, we've got the wick to set the all-time high. And then I drew this sort of range here again with this parallel channel. So this was like sort of the range on the daily. Obviously, we broke down. And then obviously we've had this massive weekly candle here, completely obliterated that sort of range playing out. So it looks like we're playing out with a cup and handle on Ethereum. Now these are bullish patterns, so obviously we'll be looking at taking out this weekly high, and if we can get a close above the weekly high there around 4,600 $26. Ethereum will be looking mega bullish, and then obviously, from what this article was saying, $8,000, obviously that would be in sight towards the end of the year. Let's go over to XRP as well. Let's have a look at XRP. Currently trading at 54 cents. So I've gone over to the linear scale. Let's click back over to the log scale. So this is where we are at the moment, guys. We're just grinding off the bottom trend line. So this is why I've tweeted recently, XRP is eyeing around 72 cents there. You can see where my cursor is up there at the top of that trend line. 72 cents, 73 cents. If we start breaching that, then obviously, we can start getting excited, and there could be potentially this fractal could be on the cards, which I said in that 14-day window, anytime from the 20th of May up until the 3rd of June. Obviously, we get the news that we want. It's on like Donkey Kong. We're off to the markets to collect the cheddar. Now, I will be under no illusions that XRP would be on a run to $10. For me, I will be looking at taking some profits. Obviously, I never cash out my positions 100%, but I will be taking profits around here once we breach the wick of the all-time high. And then I would expect a pump and dump, whether or not it's a settlement, appeal. Appeal would make sense in my judgment, going off these fractals, obviously, because we get that rollover. So pump and dump, as always, with XRP. So make sure you're taking some bags off the table. You know the behavior of XRP. Just because we get settlement or we get a clear victory, it doesn't mean we're going to go up in vertical lines. So just be cautious with that. Obviously, if we do get back down to retest the tip of the wedge, obviously that's when you go pretty much all in my opinion. Not financial advice, but that's what I would be doing. Get back in, take profits here, rolls over, be patient, wait for it to roll over at the end of the year. Then you've pretty much doubled your bags. Okay, and then obviously you've got double your bubble, and you're riding it up to these higher targets. For example, I'll be looking at $27 because I believe that's 2 Fibonacci's away. So Fibonacci is a really good sort of target. Obviously, your first Fibonacci is coming in around $13 as well. But obviously, a lot of analysts, and myself included, believe we missed this cycle here purely because we didn't breach all-time highs back here from 2017-18. Obviously, we were suppressed with the lawsuit. So that's XRP. Let's go over to, obviously I've got some Casper as well. Casper's doing okay. Again, we've got this weekly candle playing out. So this is why I loaded up at the bottom of this trend line. Risk to reward was amazing. So you can see where I've drawn this in the past. You barely, if you're taking big money out, or you are being brave and not stupid, because obviously you know what you're getting yourself into, but if you are putting large sums of money in, you just don't want volatile coins that could potentially crash. Where Casper for me was a safe punt, not even a punt, it was a solid investment. But what I mean by that is the downside is limited, and the upside to this, obviously they're backed by the Chinese government, so they will have a massive involvement with smart contracts. Upgradable smart contracts as well, so that is superior to anything that's on the markets at the moment. What else have we got? Let's go back to let's have a quick look at Dodge as well, because I said this is playing out similar to XRP fractal here. So this was the XRP fractal. Now it looks like, obviously since we broke out, we've not capitulated, so there was this playoff here, so there was no sort of bias towards whether it was bullish or bearish, because we had this sort of trend line coming in here. So I was looking for the price and make a decision based on this trend line here, whether or not we broke it, because if we take the fractal away, you can see the bull pennant playing out here, as you can see, and obviously we've got this green candle up to the upside here. So the bull pennant has taken victory over the fractal. So let's delete the fractal. That's not to say it could be a fake out, could still roll over, but that's to come. Let's go on to XDC. Let's have a look at XDC. So again, we've got this sort of descending parallel channel as well. So obviously I expect to take, you can see here what it's done previously, hit the bottom of the channel, bounced, and eventually we hit the top of the trend line come down, not quite touch. We get the wicks. We're getting through. You know, we're breaching that yellow trend line there. Again, bounce. I do expect again to get back up to the yellow trend line. So we could easily just measure that. So short term, I would be looking at these sort of gains here around just over 30% increase. So that's nothing to be sniffed at. But what I would ultimately be looking to happen now, again with this 2-week window, would be to breach that, and then this bull flag would obviously be a catalyst for breaking the higher sort of time frames here, as you can see. So again, this is XDC on the weekly. This is a log scale. So look, we'll get up to about 5.5 cents. If we can breach out and do a fractal here, I have deleted the fractal, but I had a fractal like similar to XRP where we breached all-time highs. So on the XDC, in this case, you'll be looking at breaching 19-20 cents. We could go higher. I wouldn't expect to go much higher, maybe up to, say, as high as 30 cents. Then roll over and then get that official breakout as well, because so far this time analysis for me is absolutely crucial. Until time analysis is invalid, I will be following that. For me, that's been the more sort of accurate time and sort of technical analysis that I've done for this channel so far. Obviously, that's why I pinned the XRP blueprint as well over on Twitter. So if you're not already following me, this is, let me go home. So obviously this is me over here. I've had to update my profile as well. I changed it from the logo because I'm getting a lot of imposters, a lot of scams. I have had some of my followers reach out to me saying, you know, there's this account trying to emulate and duplicate your account, trying to scam people. So yeah, I've tried to block as many and report as many of those guys, but just double check the name. If anyone does DM you, just double check it is. But I don't DM anybody unless they've DM me. I wouldn't reach out to anyone personally. So just be careful, be cautious. So that's XDC. DAG, we mentioned DAG as well, obviously with the gains. We've done this before with 34,000, not 34,000, but 3,468% gains. So some really significant price action to be had here. But yeah, DAG's looking really strong at the moment. We've got GameStop as well. Obviously, we've got that breakout retest here, and then obviously we're back off again. So it looks like GameStop is going to be on to another rally. VELO's obviously decoupled from the market, which it did in that sort of rally as well, because we did get some significant gains from this particular cryptocurrency. So yeah, I'd still expect VELO to go against the tide here. Obviously most cryptos are going up at the moment, but VELO does need that retest, and then obviously it can play catch up again, and then we would be aiming for that next checkpoint up and around 5 cent sort of region. Quick look at H-bar. Let's have a look at H-bar. I've not had a look at H-bar for a while actually. So I obviously got this trend line here marking tap, tap, break, tap, breakdown, tap, retest, capitulation, test, rejection. You see how it plays out now. So it looks like we're a little bit undecisive, but you know, to me it's pretty clear where H-bar's going. We're going to start challenging these all-time highs here. So obviously this would be the first sort of price out would be looking to breach around these weekly closes here. I don't know why that's not marking out, but you can see my cursor here. So like around 40, these anywhere between like 37 and 42 cent. So we'd be looking at breaching those kind of prices before H-bar can start really get moving. And what we'll do is we'll finish off with some of these precious metals as well, because silver's absolutely running away with it. Obviously a lot of these cryptos are creating these massive sort of wedge bull pennants. Silver's broke out now, so this is like the biggest wedge for me in the markets. If anyone else finds a bigger wedge, make sure to tag me as well over on Twitter. But this has been going, as I've mentioned before, since 2008, since the previous financial crisis. Let's have a look at gold, because gold did set a new all-time high. Again, gold has been used as a medium of exchange for thousands and thousands of years, dating back like 3,000-4,000 BC. So that is crazy. Let's go on to the chart. Gold. So gold, it looks like it set a new all-time high today. Wow, so gold is still going. Where did we get up to? Oh, this is on the weekly. Sorry, I thought it was on the daily. Let's go to the daily, see where we are. Yep, yesterday we set that all-time high. But gold's still looking good. I did expect a retracement out of gold because this is just running. Do we need to retest? Obviously, we got that wick up there, and this sort of structure retested that. So really, that purple line can be moved up for retest to, I'd say, around there. This is why wicks are so important. I do expect gold to roll over. Whether it's going to make a double peak here and then roll over, but that'd be sort of my target there. That would just be a healthy correction. Obviously, people are interested in gains on this channel, so predominantly crypto guys. DXY, the dollar, let's see where we're at with that. Obviously, there's a lot of... it's very undecisive at the moment, because obviously it looks like you got this sort of breakout here, retest, and then you look like you're going to, go to the upside. Obviously, it's rolling over again. So whether or not we get a retest, whether or not support holds, only time will tell. But obviously, we're looking for that capitulation through that trend line, which would obviously benefit crypto positively. So we do want the dollar to crash, just so our crypto's worth more. Let's have a look at the total market cap as well. So again, we had this sort of range here. We can pull these up, something around there. So obviously, with crypto, Bitcoin included, Ethereum included, soon as we start breaching this blue line here, and then ultimately this horizontal line here on the daily, like 2.66 trillion. We're not so far off now, guys. Soon as that breaches, then obviously it's fireworks in the markets, guys, and we can begin to get excited, start making calculations with our portfolios and calculating 30, 40, 50 X's with whatever you're holding. So yeah, it's all positive news at the moment. So yeah, we just got to continue holding as normal, and I expect some serious gains to be had shortly. Cheers, guys. I've been the Block Bull. If you enjoyed the content, make sure to give us a like. If you're not already following or subscribing, make sure to hit those buttons as well. I've been the Block Bull. Block Bull over and out.